Let's go to Frog Bog. Oh right, I gotta equip the Shadow Ring to just disperse these guys. Shadow Banishing Ring. It was right here. There it is. Ribbit. Buddy! Ribbit! 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 Buddy, help! Frogs are talking? Speak to the frogs. You clear your throat. There was a frog in it. Haha. Maybe don't use that joke when talking to the frogs though. Hello frogs? Frogs! Humans! Ribbit! Frogs! Humans! 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 Not! Ribbit! Ribbit! Humans! Ribbit! You address the frogs again. Wait, are you saying you're humans, not frogs? Right! Yes! Yes! Right! 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 Yes! Ribbit! You think about what it would be like to be trapped in a frog's body. After a few seconds, you stop thinking about it because you don't like thinking about things that fill you with harrowing existential angst. How does this happen? Yes! Statue! Curse! Statue! Curse! Curse! Ancient quarry! Ancient frog! Cave! Frog! Frog! Statue! Cave! Quarry! Quarry! Kinda hard to understand when everybody talking all at once. Why are you all talking? Curse! All! Single! Mind! Single! Mind! Share! 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 Frogs! Share! Frogs! All! Mind! Share! All frogs share a single mind. Wow! That's incredible! This changes... Actually, you can't think of any significant consequences of what you just learned. You try to remember the last time you interacted with a specific frog as an individual, and it was... Uh-oh. That biology class. Probably not best to bring that up. Is there some way I can help you? One of the larger frogs hops up to you and coughs loudly. A shiny green object flies out of its mouth and sinks into the water. Grab it. You roll up your sleeve and plunge your hand to the nasty water. Your fingers find a hard object, which turned out to be... Wow! Shiny! You turn back to the frog. What should I do with this? A second frog approaches and belches up a soggy piece of paper. You decide to just look at it instead of touching it with your hand. It appears to be a shipping label from a nearby quarry. Single. Careful. Ribbit. Ribbit. Luck. Careful. Good. Banish the shadow. There's a note on the door. Drive efficiently. Excess gas fuel will be deducted from your paycheck. Management. Ah, some things never change. This guy seems a bit, froggy. Hi there, Ribbit. This might seem like a strange question, but do you know anything about a curse? Ribbit. Your attitude says no, but your everything else says yes. Ribbit. I think what happened is that frogs and humans got their bodies switched. This is either a guy who thinks he's a frog, or a soul of a frog wrapped in the body of a guy, or a really good method actor rehearsing for Toad Hall. Excuse me? Ribbit. You seen any cursed frog idols around? He sticks his tongue out as a fly buzzes past. Seems confused and disappointed by its length. Ooh boy. Okay, good luck. Ribbit. Here's another one of those froggy men. Hi, Ribbit. If I asked you if you were a frog trapped in a man's body, would you have any way to answer the question that I would be able to understand? Ribbit. Because I don't know what I was expecting. All the oil in this lamp is dried up. This chair has been converted into a very uncomfortable bed. There's only one bed. That S in that bunk sign must have been a typo. Some cruel soul tuned his radio to static and then walked away. Use the gadget. Presumably these lockers are where the employees keep their personal possessions. Check them out. A frog lady's watching. Seems real agitated. Better leave them alone. This lady seemed real nervous about something. Although the way she's hopping around the floor makes it difficult to judge her body language in a regular way. Hi ma'am. Ribbit. Can you tell me... can you communicate to me in some way anything about a curse? Ribbit. Oh jeez, please don't do that thing with your neck. Ribbit. This door is locked so the food won't escape, presumably. This man doesn't look very happy to be a frog, or the other way around, or whatever. Hi there, Ribbit. Nice to see you look like a fancy guy, Ribbit. I guess you basically won the frog lottery, huh? Ribbit. Your assumption was correct. It's a bookshelf full of books. It's all books on management, with titles like Shaking the Invisible Hand, You Deserve More, How to Get Blood Out of the Turnips You Hired. Painting of a safe. Is that meant to be a reverse psychology? Look behind it. You push the painting aside to find, surprise, a safe. Unfortunately, it's a key-type safe and you don't have the key. Not that combination lock would have been much better, but you could have twiddled the dial and hoped to get lucky. It's a foreman's desk, presumably. Dig through it. You find a key labeled Mess and a gun labeled Bess in 2 different drawers. There's some papers and stuff, but none of it seems significant to you. Personal files for everybody who works at or has ever worked at this quarry. Check them out. You give files a quick riffle through. They tend to be very thin, people who are hired and then quit real fast. There's only a handful of current records and they aren't very interesting. Look up Slime Green. What? You don't work here. I still don't believe you worked at that gas station or that restaurant. Look up Slime Green. Ugh, fine. You flip through folders and holy crap, there you are. Slime Green. What the heck? Yeah, I get around. Unbelievably, there's your employment file. This hat rag is dressed like a cowboy. Take the hat. Muscle plus Moxie. There you go. Leave the key on the nearby windowsill. It's as advertised. It's a mess. Ha! From the looks of the crust on these dishes, the food here wasn't very good even before it spoiled. This range doesn't seem to have a gas line connected to it. I guess you could warm something up to room temperature. Looks like these people got so hungry they started eating cabinet doors. Search the last remaining door. Nothing here but junk. This table is swarming with flies. This frog one seemed more cheerful about the situation than the others you've seen. Hey, don't touch that! Ah, a talking... man. That's right, I'm a human man and not a frog at all. I have reason to believe that you're actually a frog in a man's body somehow. Well, it's my body now and I'm keeping it. I don't need any dry-skinned leg walkers coming here and... Holy pup, you got the missing eye! This big emerald? Yeah, I was just noticing it looks an awful lot like that other one. Okay, I absolutely need you to step away from that statue. Right hopping now. You don't want me to fix it? Looks pretty important. It's very important. It's an ancient idol of the frog god. And when the humans have blasphemed against it by removing that eye, this particular human right here, I might add, they were cursed with the great croaking one's righteous fury. Oh, so that's why all the frogs here and the frogs now bog nearby. Yep, you guessed it. It's a Freaky Friday routine. How does a frog know what Freaky Friday is? And our character doesn't? I don't know what that means. Forget about it. The point is, the humans did the crime, so it's now a frog's time to shine. And if I put the eye back, it undoes the curse. Yeah. Oh, maybe I shouldn't have told you that. Those frogs, people really want their bodies back. Well, so hopping what? Hop them. Jeez, man. Look, take your inherent pro-human bias into account and consider the justice of the situation, okay? These people come rolling in here with their machines and stuff, tear up our land, spill oil and gasoline everywhere. Then they find this ancient religious icon, and the first thing they do is try to loot it. These aren't good people, and they got what was coming to them. Well, what should I do? I'll tell you what you do. Take the other eye out of the statue. What? I don't want to be a frog. Nah, don't worry about that. It won't curse you. What it'll do is make the original curse permanent. No takebacks, no do-overs. That's justice, tadpole. Tell you what, I'll sweeten the deal. You can keep the emeralds. Heck, I'll make a necklace for you. You like necklaces? I'm still getting used to having a neck myself. Well... I'll think about it, lie. Well, considering that I haven't really figured out how to work these fists yet, I can't do much to stop you either way. But I'm warning you, put that eye back, you're gonna find yourself on the wrong side of history, pal. Uh-huh. Judging from the smell and the thick cloud of flies, that is not a place for a good time. Let's not go back there unless you have a really good reason. I want to talk about it some more. Well, I'm standing. It's a pretty straightforward thing. Just walk over there and yank that emerald out of the socket. I don't understand why you want that. Didn't I already explain this, pal? I want to be swapped to permanent. I want to keep this body. Seems rude to do this to people. Don't take their side. They deserve what they got. They deserve return to frogs. Hey, you saying that like being a frog sucks or something? Oh, come on. I take exception to that. It's speciesist. It's being a frog ruled. Can you breathe through your skin? I didn't think so. How do you know how the statue works? I just kind of know? It's like I can hear the frog god speaking to me through the idol. Sort of. Not exactly. It's hard to explain. Gosh, maybe you're the frog chosen one or something. Well, I'll try not to get a swelled head about it. Your head is bigger than your whole body was before, though. Yeah, good job. That was literally the joke I was making. Try to keep up, kid. I see. Why don't you take the jam out yourself? I don't know if you've noticed, but I don't exactly have fine motor control over this body yet. I can't even stand up straight without falling over. Doing pretty well. The other can't even talk yet. Oh, really? Must be because I'm the frog chosen one. I mean, you might be. Kid, I'm pretty sure that's not a thing. Why do you want to be a human so much? Because it's exciting and new! Check out these thumbs, are you kidding me? Some of the climbing type frogs have rudimentary thumbs, but not like these tadpoles. I'm gonna give so many thumbs up to people, it's gonna be great. You said being a frog ruled though. Well, sure, but come on, you like, what's the thing humans like? Sandwiches? What's that? It's a kind of food. You get some bread and, okay, I don't need the recipe, maybe later. The point is, you can't eat only sandwiches your whole life, right? You get bored. Frog gave me this emerald. How is that possible? Oh, that was probably me. I mean, him. Try that again. This human mind is in my frog body. I was hopping around in here when it happened. You were in this cave? Kind of far from water. Yeah, but I've always been really drawn to this statue. Huh. Maybe I am the frog chosen one. Kneel before me, human! Nah, just kidding. I was pretty devout though. A particularly religious frog? Well, unlike you we humans, frogs only have one god. And if there's only one game in town, you might as well play, right? That seems important. Well, look, if you're trying to convince me to change my mind about this, well, it's not working. Shoot. If you want to try the argument again, be my guest. I haven't got anywhere else but be at the moment. I don't know that I got any more points to make. Well, maybe if you make them in a different order, it'll help. Since it's the first time I have an argument with anyone, so I'm still figuring it out myself. Let me catch my breath for a moment. Come back for another try, eh? I guess so. Okay, fire away. How do you know this statue works? I just kind of know. It's like I can hear the frog god speaking to me through the idol. Sort of. Not exactly. It's hard to explain. Gosh, maybe you're the frog chosen one or something. Well, I'll try not to get a swelled head about it. It's bigger than your whole body was before, though. Yeah, good job. That was the little joke I was making. Try to keep up, kid. I see. A frog gave me this emerald. How is that possible? Oh, that was probably me. I mean him. Try that again. This human's mind in my frog body. I was hopping around in here when it happened. We were in this cave? It's kind of far from water. Yeah, but I've always been down to this statue. Maybe I am the frog chosen one. Kneel before me, human. Nah, I'm just kidding. I was pretty devout though, particularly religious frog. Well, unlike you we humans, frogs only have one god. It's only one game in town, you might as well play, right? That seems important. Why don't you take a gem out yourself? I don't know if you've noticed, but I don't exactly have fine motor control over this body yet. I can't even stand up straight without falling over. You're doing pretty well, because you can't even talk yet. Huh, really? Wonder why that is. Maybe because you're more religious than the others? Nah, I mean, I'm devout as hop, but the others aren't less devout. All frogs share the same mind. Oh yeah, are you still connected to the others? No, I can't hear them thinking anymore. To be honest, it's nice to finally get a peace and quiet. That's interesting. Why do you want to be human so much? Because it's exciting and new. Check out these stumps. Are you kidding me? Some with a climate. Nah, blah blah. We already read this one. Being a frog sucks. I guarantee others agree with me. Well, except you can't really guarantee it because you don't share the same mind anymore. You don't know what they're thinking. Ooh, look at you, all used to having hairs and being able to split them. It's true though. It seems rude to do this to people. Don't take their side, they deserve what they got. They deserve to turn into frogs? That's right, they do. Those guys blasphemed against the frog god and are being stuck with those dumb frog bodies. They're just desserts. Okay, but are they all guilty? That one frog gave me the emerald to fix a statue with. He's like a pretty good guy at least. That was the one that stole the eye in the first place. He's the particular guy who wrecked the statue. And now you want to wreck it even more. You're the super devout and religious frog, right? It doesn't make any sense that you wouldn't want to fix it. Well, sometimes you gotta break some eggs if you want to make a broken egg thing. Some kind of food or whatever. Yeah, right. Look, what I'm hearing here is you think all the humans should suffer for the actions of just one guy, which is something that you want to make worse. And you don't even know how the other frogs feel about it. Well, that's... I mean, duh. Alright, kid. Guess you got me dead to rights. Ha! In your face, which isn't actually yours. Thing is, though, your point being valid doesn't obligate me to change my mind. Oh. But I'll tell you what. If you can prove to me that the other former frogs around here don't want to be humans, and it was really only one human to blame for this blasphemy, then maybe we can work out a better solution to this. How do I do that? You're an adventurer, aren't you? Go wander around and poke at stuff and talk to people. That's your whole deal. The other frog people can't talk, though. Remember? I tried on my way here, probably. Oh, yeah. Well, probably being next to the statue helped me develop faster. Maybe it would help him too? Let me see that emerald you got. Give him the emerald. Okay, yeah. This eye isn't glowing like the other one is, see? Maybe it can be recharged. He holds the emerald against the statue, and after a moment it begins to glow softly. Nice! Okay, take this and see if it doesn't help you communicate with the others. I'll cool my heels here while you're gone. That's the thing you do with heels, right? Glowing emerald. This is the most beautiful thing a frog has ever barfed at you. It's glowing from within. Oh right, never introduced myself. I'm Slime Green. Yeah, names. Right, I'm Frogger Yielding. Frogger Yielding? Huh. Do all frogs have frog in their name like that? No, frogs don't have names. One might, remember? I just kind of found this name. In here. In this cave? In this guy's head. Don't ask me to try to explain that. I don't get it either. Weird coincidence though, right? Yeah. Huh. Hi there, how's being a human treating you? You have any water? Pour some water on me! Excuse me. My skin's too dry! I'm drying out! That's not really a problem for humans. I mean, I guess it's a small problem. You can get moisturizer cream for it. What are you talking about? I'm dying here! Pretty sure you can't die of dry skin. I won't be able to breathe! I'll shrivel up and die! That's not how... Water! Water! So, if I were to ask you you're enjoying being human... Never mind. So, water! Water! Look, you're not asphyxiating, you're fine. Are you nuts? My skin's so dry, it's hanging off me. Look, that's your clothes. Hi there, how's it going? So hungry. Can't catch anything. Catch? This new tongue isn't nearly long enough. I see a fly go past and gluck, gluck. Nothing. Nothing. I'm starving. Have you tried using your hands? My hands? My hands that are always touching the ground? Well, that's the most unhygienic thing I've ever heard. Disgusting. So, would you say you're enjoying being human? I'll put you down as a no. Ain't luck catching food? A fly randomly flew into my open mouth. Wow, that's lucky. It tasted terrible. What's wrong with my mouth? Hi? Hello. Oh, what was that weird sound? What sound? The sound I just made. There it is again. You mean talking? I guess? What's with all the different noises? Normally I just go ribbit and everyone gets what I mean. Well, you're human now. It works differently for us. It's wildly inefficient and clumsy and confusing. I don't like this at all. Well, how do you like being a human apart from that? Ribbit. Oh, even a basic ribbit sounds all weird and gross. I guess I'll put you down as doesn't like it. Are you getting any more used to talking like a human? No, not at all! Ah, stop making me do it! Alright, that going. What's going on? Where am I? What am I? Judging by your suit and office, you're in the body of a wealthy quarry owner. I don't know what that means. Is it something to do with money? I suddenly want a lot of that, whatever it is. Around here is money specifically called meat. Meat, gotcha. Do you have any? Give me some. No, I need that for purchasing goods and services. Is that what it's for? Huh. Are goods and services not just available for those that need them? Wow, I really don't have time to explain capitalism to you. Well, whatever. I don't understand how stuff works. I just need sweet meat. It's kind of disturbing how quickly you picked this up. Come on, buddy, I'm desperate. My meat murmur isn't going up at all. Help me out here. I'm just gonna back away now. Hey, you haven't seen the key for the safe around, have you? A key? Is that what this little pointy brass doohickey in my leg skin hole is? Pocket. It's called Pocket. And yeah, probably. Can I have it? That depends on how much meat you're gonna give me. I'll give you a million meat. I'll give you 50. For 50, you can rent the key for 1 minute. Sure, whatever. A deal. You hammered over the meat, and a frogman lands you his brass key. Look at all this meat! I'm gonna use it to get more meat. Then use that meat to get more meat! It's important in its own right, and as a way to keep score against other people who have a lot of meat. Okay, let's not get too unsubtle here. You unlock the safe, return the key, and find a bunch of tins of fancy, expensive caviar. You got an item. Riche en foie brand caviar. Doesn't actually say caviar. It says boulette de poisson salé. But the picture at the side of the tin looks like caviar. There's a lot in that safe. The Foreman must really be into finer things in life, where finer is defined as expensive. Is there a different kind? Nothing in the mess hall. What about the bunk? Hey, is it okay if I look in these lockers? No! What if there's a giant tuatara in here? I don't know what that is. It's a type of frog-eating lizard from New Zealand! Well, if through some sort of hilarious coincidence or misadventure does happen to be one in here, it'll get me first and you can run away. Well, okay. There's not actually much in the way of personal possessions in here. Ragged clothes, some cracked and dented hard hats, a few family photos taped inside of the doors, and a note that says, taping photographs on us inside of the locker and doors is a violation of protocol and will be noted on your record. Management. This lady seems real nervous about something. Excuse me. Don't eat me! Jeez, I'm not gonna eat you. No, sorry, you startled me. I thought you were a snake for a second. You don't really need to worry about snakes. I mean, okay, maybe you should be careful about poisonous ones, but what are you talking about? Well, you're much bigger now. Sure. So just imagine how big the snakes must be. Giant snakes, big enough to eat a frog my size in one bite. Can you imagine? Nowhere is safe. They'll smash down the shack like it was nothing. Technically not untrue. There's only one bed. The S on that bunk side must have been a typo. An institutional metal bed frame, and the thinnest mattress you've ever seen. The sheets are all tattered too, although they look like someone's doing their best to keep them clean. There's a note on the headboard. Whoever's doing it, please take your boots off when it's turn to use the bed, no matter how tired you are. Oh hey! Ain't luck finding about the frogs and humans and vice versa? I talked to all the frogs. What about the human side of things? Well, from what I discovered, this was a really crappy place to work. Still looking around, though. Okay, well, rather than have you explain things piecemeal, let's keep it simple and save the explanation till you're finished. Fair enough. Clearly the employees here weren't being fed well, or possibly at all. Maybe that's why there weren't many. Maybe they ate each other. There's a bunch of papers and stuff if you want to look through them. Yeah, okay. You shuffle the papers around. They're mainly invoices and receipts. 3 things you find of interest are a yacht catalog, a telegram, and a receipt from the Pinkertons. It's got the fancy Pinkertons National Detective Agency logo at the top, and the charge listed is 500 meat for services rendered on July 6th of last year. Read a telegram. Dear sir, prepare to offer $250,000 for each emerald of cut, color, and clarity you describe. Stop. Please telephone to arrange visit and inspection by our expert. Stop. Regards, Seymour Hartier. $500,000 meat? That would buy a whole lot of gumballs. Examine the catalog. There's a picture of a particularly fancy yacht that's been circled in red ink. The price is listed as 200,000 meat. Good grief, you'd have to grind a whole lot of random encounters to see that kind of money. Well, that tears it. The guy running this place was absolutely horrible. Examine. A lot of incidents of workers being written up for complaining, and a lot of injury reports, and wow, the salaries listed are pathetic nearly to the point of being criminal. You also find a handwritten letter from one of the workers, formally requesting to be the crew be issued new hard hats. Sprawled across the bottom in the other hand is a comment, "Ha! What does he think, I'm made of money?" Aha, here's something. July 6th. There's an article about miners' strike in Hayne Quarry. Apparently the workers there were striking for better pay, living conditions, and safety. The strike was broken up by the Pinkertons, and one worker was killed and the 2 others wounded in the resulting fight. Oh. The article ends with a note from the editor. We would like to make it clear that the workers were neither miners nor, strictly speaking, miners. Oh, what's this, June 4th? Ah, the day's paper tells of the disappearance of the charter riverboat Longfellow. All passengers and crew are presumed deceased. The riverboat's owner, Henry Longfellow, is quoted as saying, "There are many things that are long, such as boats and some distances, but the longest of all is grief." The article's not much help, but further down the page there's a coupon for free meat? Put the coupon out. Who would print this? Ooh, January 4th. So there was something about that wrecked riverboat in the swamp. Today, a new charter riverboat, the Longfellow, was announced. Those possess the sufficient endowment to charter the vessel are guaranteed the time of their lives, according to the boat's owner, Mr. Henry Longfellow, who is a younger and longer brother of the poet Henry Wadsworth Longfellow. At the riverboat's champagne christening on the Crystal Dream River, one reporter was heard to joke, "Is there a long guest, fellow?" To which Mr. Longfellow replied somberly, "No, that is a myth." Alright, any luck finding about the humans, frogs and humans and vice versa? Talk to all the frogs. What are the human side of things? Yeah, I'm done investigating all that. Great, so what did you find out? Well, all the frogs either hate their new human bodies, or they're being driven crazy by them. They're all having a really terrible time. Ah, geez, really? Well, that stinks. I like those guys. On the human side, it's clear that everyone working here was super miserable except the foreman, who was keeping all the profits for himself while he paid the workers basically nothing and spent even less than that on maintaining the place. So he was planning on selling those emeralds. I can basically guarantee that the foreman forced the guy you're wearing to take the eye. Well, that sounds pretty conclusive. So what now? I hop. I guess you better go ahead and change everyone back. It's gonna suck to go back to being a frog after tasting his sweet human freedom, but other frogs hate this and humans don't deserve it, so go ahead and put the emerald back in the idol. There might be another option. What do you mean? Well, we got one frog who wants to be human and one human who sucks and should probably get some justice, right? Oh, huh. Swap me into the foreman's body and change everyone else back. Yeah, can we do that? Is that a thing? Well, let's see. If the swaps were, proximity sort of thing, really were a proximity sort of thing, and then we got, but then, Okay, yeah, I think it might be doable. No guarantees, but hey, when are there ever guarantees, am I right? What's your plan? First thing we need to do, and by we you mean me, naturally, is to get the foreman's body and my frog body down here next to the idol. How do I do that? Well, how do you humans generally get people to do things you want them to do? Bribery? I was going to say ask nicely, but when you think about it, a bribe is the ultimate form of asking nicely. Okay, I'm on it. Oh, huh. Yeah, I don't think I'm gonna touch that for now. Let's just get the foreman quest done. Hey, can I get you to follow me for a minute? There's something I need to show you. I don't have time to do things for a poor person does. The only place I'm going to is to the top. Please, it's important. The only thing important to me is M-U-N... Wait, how do you spell money? With an O. M-O-N-N-E-Y. Maybe I can make it worth your while? Oh yes? Are you going to give me more meat? I must warn you, now that I've established myself as a human of wealth, my prices increased drastically. How much? 12 brilliant meat! That isn't a real number. Numbers go on forever. You don't know them all. How about this tin of fancy caviar? What's that? Fish eggs. Ugh, that sounds something like a frog would eat, and I am a human person. No, this is food specifically liked by rich people. You can tell because the label is in French, see? Something about the juxtaposition of the words food and French makes me deeply uncomfortable. No thank you. It's funny because French people eat frog legs. You shrug and put the caviar back in the safe. You aren't feeling either hoity or toity enough to eat it yourself. Fine, I go look for something else. Back into fly cave I go. Alright, we're doing this. These flies are large and aggressive. That's 2 understatements for the price of 1. Ow. Oh god, they hurt. Cheese buddy, go! Oops, wrong cheese. Wrong cheese-based magic. Punch! Ow. You won. No unusually large flies on you. Excellent. Can I talk to you for a sec? Phew, need a break, I'm fried. Yeah, I've easily gotten more exercise this week than in the last couple of years combined. Well, it's good to do a little physical work instead of just wielding a soldering iron all day. What if you had one the size of a sword duck? Ooh, best of both worlds. Do I have any pickaxes? I do, but apparently I can't pick this one. A giant pile of squirming maggots. Also a squirming pile of giant maggots. Take one. You pick up one of the huge, nasty, wriggling grubs. Ugh. Imagine something about the size and the shape of a sweet potato, except white, sticky, and wriggling. Now, having one of these in your inventory is bad enough, let alone 2. Here, Froggy, I got a big maggot for you. Please, can I get you to come with me for a minute? I get that you're begging, but I require a more substantial incentive. How about this big juicy maggot? That is also frog food. I am a human, a wealthy human. But look how fat and meaty it is. When did you ever see a maggot of this size? Only the truly wealthy could afford to eat such an enormous maggot. It does look pretty good. I mean, I'd have eaten it myself already, but since I'm poor, I didn't think I deserved it. But if you don't want it... You move the maggot closer to your mouth, slowing down considerably as you get closer. It rises in your hand like a weasel trapped in a wet rubber bag. Oddly specific. No! Stop! Oh, thank God. I won't allow it! You're quite right. This maggot is a feast only for those who could truly appreciate it. Hand it over immediately. Come with me to a cave in the quarry, and I'll give it to you when we get there. Very well, if you insist. You lead the frogman to the idol in the cave. Give him the maggot and convince him to stay there for a while with promises of more maggots later. Cool. This cave is miserable. Not the right environment for a wealthy human at all. I only need you here for a little while, and the statue is nice, right? It's rather provincial, but I suppose it's nice in a kitschy sort of way. And the emerald looks very valuable, but I was promised maggots. Well, stick around for a while, and I think you'll get even more than you bargained for. Oh, right, I need to get the X him down here. Yeah, that's gonna be the problem. Because I need to find the original frog. Hey, I was looking for a specific frog. I mean, guy? The guy who's in the cave with a weird statue? Frog just sort of stare at you. Probably the guy who took the emerald out of it? It's fine though, no harm done. Well, kind of a lot of harm done actually, but I'm pretty sure it wasn't your fault. I just mean, I'm not here to hassle you about it, I just need your help fixing this. Frog continues staring. Hello? Luck. Good, Ribbit. Alright, let's go back to the employee logs then. You look through the personnel files again, and not surprisingly, you didn't find anyone named Frogger Yielding. You do find a guy named Roger Fielding though. That makes much more sense as a human name. He has a lot of black marks on his record for things like not chatting about workplace safety conditions and whining about food. That's probably the right person. Okay, let's talk to them again. Hello, anyone here named Roger Fielding? I'm looking for a man named Roger Fielding whose mind is trapped inside the body of a frog and I cannot believe what my life has become. Frog hops up to you. Ribbit. Hi, are you Roger? Ribbit. I sure hope that means yes. Listen, I am this close to fixing this whole mess, I just need to come back to the idol with me. Ribbit. We launch her back to the cave. Roger the Frog is watching you expectantly. Hey, looks like you got both of them. Nice work. You sure that's the right frog? As sure as I can be, and not like they have name tags. What's next? Well, here's my plan. You put the emerald back in the statue, undoing the curse. The Foreman and I both zap back into our original bodies. The Foreman sees the emeralds, and because he's a greedy hopper, he grabs one, reactivating the curse. While he does that, I jump onto his head, ensuring that I'm the nearest frog to him when the switch happens. Okay, I see only one thing wrong with this plan. What's that? I don't want to be a frog. When he reactivates a curse, it'll switch everybody. Nothing is actually fixed by this. Yeah, that's the other part of the plan. See, I think we can avoid that. You think? Because I'm a devout worshiper of the frog god, and all the other frogs share one mind. So if the frog mind prays to the frog god to only curse this one jerk who's stealing the eye from the statue, hopefully the frog god will listen. Hopefully! Look, if you got a better plan, I'm all ears. Well, just the 2 ears, but that's 2 more than I used to have. Fine, I'll put the eye back. The statue's remaining eye glitters at you calmly and inscrutably. Return the missing eye. In the interest of full disclosure, I should point out this is a one-way decision. If you mess with the idol, you won't be able to change your mind afterwards. Just don't mess this up. No, we come this far. Return the missing eye. You socket the missing emerald back into the statue. Both eyes flash with a brilliant green light and dim again. Ugh, what in the blazes? Ah, jeez, my brain feels all slimy and weird. Fielding! Didn't I tell you to get me these emeralds? I thought Forget it! Clearly, if I want something done right around here, I gotta do it myself! Ribbit. Stand back. As the Foreman grabs the emerald and twists it, you see the frog jump into his hand and close its eyes real tight. The frog god's emerald eyes flash a bright, almost blinding green light. There. Did it work? What worked, boss? You check your hands. They are, thankfully, your regular human hands. Yeah, it worked. Ha ha ha! Yes! Take the other emerald. You pop the other emerald out of its socket. The frog god's eyes flare again, and then go dark. This time for good. You got another gleaming emerald. You aren't normally one for prying eyes, but in this case you made an exception. Ribbit? What the heck is going on here? I'll explain later. What's going on here is, you get a raise and a week's vacation. All the workers get a raise and a week's vacation. Ribbit? Are you feeling okay, boss? It's gonna take a lot of explaining. Thanks for all your help, kid. Slime, I should say. You did good. Oh, no problem, Frogger. Or whatever your name is now. Unfortunately, I gotta ask you for that emerald back. I think I'm gonna need to sell these to get this place up to code and clean up ecological damage and pay the workers real salaries and so on. Ah, shucks. Well, okay. It's for a good cause. Here, maybe take this frog with you. Maybe you can teach him not to be such a hopwad. Ribbit. You got an item. Mr. Haim, the greedy frog. Ooh. Frog seems confused, but not too confused to know a fat wallet when it smells one. Weird. Thanks. I guess we have a frog now. Frogger gives you a thumbs up. It takes him a couple tries. Roger looks hard and confused. That probably won't change soon. What's going on? You know the phrase, meet the new boss, same as the old boss? This is the exact opposite of that. Help me out here? I was just a frog until just a moment ago. Yeah, and the frog that was keeping your body warm for you is now driving the Foreman around. I think you'll like him. He's a real decent guy. Huh. Okay. You might have to teach him some real unexpected things, though. Everything alright? What's going on? There's a new Foreman? Well, in a sense, yeah. At any rate, things should run a lot more equitably around here from now on. I think I had some kind of weird dream. Feel all groggy. Close. Very close. This guy's an uncomfortable but hopeful look on his face. How's it going? My mouth feels weird, but other than that, everything's normal, I guess. Is it true we got a new Foreman? Yep, that's a fact. Well, sort of, in a sense. As long as we can get some decent food around you, I'll be satisfied. I don't think that'll be a problem, except you might want to be real... Except you might have to be real specific about what decent food means. What? Well, you'll see. Everything okay? I heard Mr. Haim had some change of heart. Is it true? Don't know about his heart, but you could say he changed his mind. That's wonderful news. Do you think he'd buy me a new mop? Mine only has the stick left. Wow, if your expectations are that low, you're gonna have a real surprise. A bucket? You okay? I'll be fine if I can get some sleep instead of working 4 shifts. I heard the Foreman declared a holiday. You think he'll give me a few hours off? In fact, I heard him say everyone gets a whole week off. Oh, thank God! I'm so tired I could sleep on a granite block. Like that one right there, which is where I have actually been sleeping, on alternate Sundays. Wow. Oh, we helped the quarry. Yay.